What is far deadlier than most people realize? Serious.
Grapefruit juice interacts with a lot of medications and could be very harmful to you depending on the medications you take.
Get that UTI handled or get a nasty kidney infection.
Touching shit inside a guitar amp can fuck you up really bad. It holds a charge. And it all comes out at once if you touch the wrong spot.
Posted safety precautions. When there are signs saying something, lots ignore thinking they know better. I used to work IT for a place that makes big tractors. Different stations are restricted from using certain PPE. One day this lady was wearing the wrong gloves. Her station is only supposed to use latex. She didn't take that seriously and wore thicker reinforced gloves. She was using the lugnet machine that tightens 12 giant lugs at once. Her glove got caught, and instead of ripping the fingertip off of her latex glove, it ripped her thumb right the fuck off her hand. I witnessed it, and her mistake haunts me to this day. They had to restrain her while two men held her hand up in the air away from her. Her wails and screams were terrifying. All because she ignored a well-placed warning. Holding your breath while scuba diving. To most people who don't scuba dive, it may sound harmless, but if you hold your breath and ascend even a little over a meter, you can suffer major lung damage as a result of the gas in your lungs expanding from the lessening pressure. Quitting antidepressants cold turkey after regular use. P.S. Did cold turkey Prozac, olanzapine. Right now tapering Lexapro, escitalopram from 20 mg to 2.5 mg now. And worst evil cold turkey of all time awards goes to benzodiazepines and Lyrica. Took clonazepam always. Quitting these medicines cold turkey 99% of the time gives you a seizure. I had two. But guess what, I'm already epileptic. So more seizures, yay. Thank you for awards and upvotes. Peas. People saying taking antidepressants at first place is bad for you. No, it's not. It saved my life. I didn't know I had depression. But I stopped eating. Had extreme stomach issues. Gas. Acid reflux, etc. Lost 15 kilograms weight in 30 days. Stopped eating at all. I have seen 5 gastroenterologists. So many tests like endoscopy, colonoscopy, liver function, blood, stools, etc. Everything was normal. Suffered whole year. I was close to death. Then I was recommended a psychiatrist. She told I have somatization. Meds started working from day first. I felt happy and started to eat. Gained all that weight back in again 1 month. That weight losing and gaining thing was like some Christian Bale thing. Haha. Smoke. It's not only the fire that can kill you. And there is a very good reason you're taught to stay low escaping a fire. The smoke is a hot gas layer that can melt your face off. Visine. People seem to have this idea that a few drops of Visine in someone's drink will give them diarrhea. And do it to prank each other. Or get some sort of satisfaction with petty revenge. People are sitting in prison for murder for doing this. The main active ingredient is called tetrahydrozoline. Once it enters your gastrointestinal tract, it can be absorbed by your intestines and end up in your blood, causing your blood pressure and heart rate to drop to potentially life-threatening levels. It really makes me wonder how many people have died due to people copycatting that scene in Wedding Crashers. Weirs. It's amazing how many people play around them or swim just upstream of them. Almost no one knows the bottom of them is a death trap of rotating undercurrent, and almost no one knows how to escape one if you do get stuck in it. Even if you do know how to get out, you'll have a hell of a time of it. If a kid gets stuck in one, they're as good as dead. As is anyone who goes in to save them. Very few actually have warnings around them. If you unluckily get trapped in one, try to swim down to the bottom and claw your way downstream along the bottom a ways and then swim up to the surface. Example. They're called low-head dams or run-of-the-river dams in some parts of the world. Sometimes warning signs for them will just say dam. Keep in mind this danger is present anytime water is flowing shallow and fast over the top of something into deeper water at an angle. Even a large rock or fallen tree that has water running over it can create the same underwater trap. Just want to throw a story out here. I am a dentist. I have a colleague who had a patient that needed a root canal. The patient put it off. He had a vacation coming up. He was going to Alaska in bush country to go hunting by himself. Now Alaska bush country means you are alone. He was dropped off and his ride wasn't going to come back to pick him up for a week or two. Well, after his ride left the tooth he needed to get his root canal on blew up. Had severe pain and was all alone, no one to help him in the middle of nowhere. This was mid to late 90s, so no cell phone either. Well, his ride came back to pick him up. Finds a dead body. The guy killed himself. He couldn't take the pain anymore. Pain was so bad he couldn't wait the 1 or 2 weeks for his ride to come back. Shot himself, left a suicide note telling his story. Moral of the story: don't put this shit off. There is no pain like tooth pain. Bleach. I knew a boy in the Scouts who decided he wanted a change from his natural brown hair, so he tried to bleach it blonde, using DOMESTOS. Neat. His younger sister, who was also in the troop, turned up at the district sports day saying he couldn't come 'cause he'd tried to bleach his hair the previous day, and was now in hospital with second-degree chemical burns over his entire scalp. Took 6 months for his hair to grow back. Fortunately, he suffered no scarring as a result. Eating a slug. Obviously it's nasty. But kids do stupid shit as dares or even in hazing rituals. Slugs contain parasites that will get into your brain and fucking kill you slowly. Essential oils. Do not put them in your food. They are not made to be food safe. Engulfment and confined spaces. With confined spaces, people usually don't realize that O2 runs out rather quickly. Engulfment because people probably don't think about essentially drowning in non-liquids. Tylenol. It's actually a lot easier to overdose on than most people realize. And it slowly destroys your liver over a period of days. Not a fun way to die, to put it lightly. Obsessed teeth can kill you. Infections can still fuck you up easily if you don't seek medication attention in time. Real black licorice root extract contains the natural sweetener glycyrrhizin, which is over 50 times sweeter than sucrose. This ingredient has various pharmaceutical properties. It acts as an expectorant, facilitating removal of mucus from the lungs by coughing, and it increases blood pressure. The latter effect can become significant with a daily consumption of 50 grams or more of licorice candy. For as little as 2 weeks, glycyrrhizin can cause potassium levels in the body to fall, triggering abnormal heart rhythms, as well as high blood pressure, edema, swelling, lethargy, and congestive heart failure in some people. Postpartum depression. I live in a country where even considering therapy means you're useless. 2 days ago, in the apartment complex I live, a 30-ish woman jumped from her 7th-floor apartment, leaving behind his husband and a 2-month-old baby girl. She had lost a baby previously and was depressed but never gave herself time to mourn or therapy. Husband was at work and her mom, who was helping her, went out to do a quick errand. In that moment she jumped. Shift work. The disturbance in your circadian rhythm takes years off your life.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.